Hello. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey. We are going to get started here soon. Let me get my list together because I do have people who have pre booked, and they are the ones we are going to take care of first. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. If you are going to participate, please look in the description box below to see how to participate in the live. If you are not, you could just chill, lend your good energy. Welcome, welcome. But I'm going to get started with client one. Let's get your whatchamacallit together. Client one. Three. All right, client one. Hey, client one. Hey, thank you for participating in the live. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. So it looks like you have one yes, no question, client one. And your question is, am I going to get the job I applied for last week? Let's see. Let's see. Is client one going to get the job they applied for last week? Is client one, okay, going to get the job they applied for last week? Is client one going to get the job they applied for last week? Okay, client one, already. Client one, we have a yes. We have a maybe. And we have a yes. So, short answer, client one, is yes. Yes, you are going to get the job you applied for last week at the bottom of the deck. Definitely yes, client one, you will get that job. So get ready. It's going to be a fulfilling one with the world here. And also, um, yeah, it's going to be something that really makes you happy. I don't know what you're going to be doing, but it may involve some travel. But yeah, short answer is yes. They are definitely going to make an offer here with the Knight of Cups. So, congratulations, client one. All right. Moving on to client two. Thank you for booking with me, client one. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. I hope that helped, and I hope it helped you for your highest good. So now we're moving on to client two. Oh, hey, Olivia, Amore, how you doing? Hey, Jeanette, how you feeling? Welcome to the live, y'all. All right, let me get my timestamp ready for client two. All right, client two. All right, client two. Hey, client two. Hey, thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client two. It looks like you have one question. And your question is, what does my spirit team want me to know right now? All right, let's find out. What does client two's spirit team want them to know right now? What does client two's spirit team want them to know right now? What does client two's spirit team want them to know right now? Okay, client two. Starting off, we have the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, and Death right here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Arrows. So that's the Six of Swords. Your spirit team wants you to release yourself from a situation. Whatever this is it's definitely not serving you. Yeah. With this Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, they want you to get out of a situation that you're in and not look back. With the King of Pentacles behind that Six of Swords here. Um, is that her? Is that them? You're somebody who, I don't know if you have a business. I don't know if, you're obviously very well set up, client two, because you present as the King of Pentacles. I don't know what your biological sex is. It doesn't really matter, but you are somebody who makes sure that everybody's okay. You are somebody who's financially viable, financially stable, and somebody who's really grounded. And there's nothing but abundance around you. But your spirit team wants you to get out of a situation where behind this King of Pentacles is the Knight of Wands. There is somebody who is really playing games here. Somebody who is impulsive. Somebody who thinks, well, does stuff before they really think about it and don't worry about the consequences. Consequences be damned. And it's interesting because you present as the King of Pentacles, they present as the Knight of Wands. And they're saying that you need to release yourself from this situation. You need to look at this it more logically than anything. With the King of Arrows, that's the King of Swords here. This is somebody who thinks head over heart and looks at the reality of the situation. And your spirit team doesn't feel like you are looking at what's really going on. Behind the King of Swords is the Three of Wands, where they're just like, you need to explore what else is out there. You need to not only get out of Dodge, but also see what else is out there, because whatever you're in isn't serving you. You're somebody who just gives too much with the King of Cups here. Whether it's your time, your money, because you're somebody who is obviously the breadwinner here, um, or your energy. Pick a currency. You give too much of it. Yeah. And it's stressing you out. With the nine of swords here, it's stressing you all the way out. That whole situation. And they're like, we want to give you everything that you want. We want to give you healing. We want to give you all you desire, but you have to get up out of this situation. Yeah. Interesting, because there's the four of swords. They're ready for you to chill. Chill on whoever it is that you are mixed up with, because there are some, with the moon behind the four of swords, there's some stuff you don't know. There's some things you don't know what's really going on. But going back to your original spread here, the Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, and Death. They're ready for you to not only just end this, but when you do end this, it's going to transform who you are. It's going to transform how you operate. And what you've been wrapped up in is a third party situation, wrapped all the way up. Look at all these eels. You can't even tell when one begins and one ends. You can't tell. And that's what they have you in. That's why you're stressed out. That's why you're stressed out. And they're ready for you to come up out of it. And the only way you can come up out of it, client two, is by leaving the situation. I'm going to clarify these. So let's do that. Can we clarify the Three of Cups? Clarifying the Three of Cups. Very good. Very good. Clarifying the Three of Cups. Clarifying the Three of Cups here. Yep. Three of Cups being clarified by the Tower. Yeah, this is definitely something. It's going to hit you. I hate to be the one who has to tell you about the whole situation, client two, but this is going to change how you move and how you see people, and it's meant to happen for a reason. I know it's hard to see that in the situation, but like I said, it's going to transform you. The way you are constantly giving to others, the way you overgive, you overshare. And not to say that you shouldn't be somebody who's giving, but some people, most people, need to earn your trust. They need to earn it. And so this is happening to destroy, because this fire is something that purifies. Fire is something, not only does it destroy, but it purifies. And what your spirit team is trying to do is purify the foundation that you have established. So destroy it, wipe the slate clean, and build it back up to something that serves you. Clarifying death. Clarifying death. Yeah, you're going to transform because of this heartbreak, because of this disappointment, because of the betrayal. It's going to change everything for you. Can we clarify the Six of Swords? Clarifying the Six of Swords is the Five of Pentacles. It's going to be one of those situations when you leave, when you exit from this relationship, from this partnership that you have. This person is going to really, shit the bed for the most part. There's somebody that will end up alienating themselves. They won't be able to handle it, but that is not your problem. That's not your problem, client two. That's their problem. People have to lie or lay in the bed that they made. And also, you're being advised not to alienate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. They're not saying don't feel the feelings of your heartbreak. However, this is happening to make you stronger. Another thing is, I don't know if you're married to this person, but um, they're going to go through a financial hardship. When you remove yourself, they're going to go through a financial hardship, and they're probably going to reach out to you for help. And your spirit team is like, nah, you've given enough. They have to figure it out. Now, if they are married, if you're married, this is one of those things where gather your receipts. And what I mean by receipts, get your evidence of, I don't know if you're here in the United States, because certain states have certain laws about things. Um, I'm not a lawyer, so you may want to talk to a lawyer about laws, especially when it comes to alienation of affection, is what I'm seeing. Alienation of affection. It's a thing, and people get sued for it all the time. It's a thing. Yeah. Okay. What's the advice here? Other than to remove themselves, what else do you advise? We got the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. They're saying, like I said, feel the feels. This is not one of those situations where you'll just wake up and be like, yay, but this Three of Pentacles is about working with your spirit team, reaching out to them so you can grow, not only spiritually, but emotionally. They're here to help you. They're here to guide you. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're here to give to you and show you how not just to be generous to others, but to be generous to yourself. Your spirit team to balance things out with the Six of Pentacles here. They want to give to you. You remember that star that came out, client two? They want to give to you any and all that you've ever desired. But you have to cultivate a relationship with them. And that's what they're asking. Yeah. Is that it? That's it, client two. I hope that helps. And I hope it helps you for your highest good. Until next time, thanks for booking with me, client two. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. All right. Hey, Miguel. I apologize. Well, no, I don't. But if you have left, I don't usually respond, although I see the messages. I don't usually respond when I'm reading for somebody else. So, thank you for your patience. You found love in yourself. I love that. I love that. And you don't hate anyone. You released her with love and you forgive her. And you see a lot more. You just tap in. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. And, just to piggyback off of that, Miguel, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but it's one of those things where as you continue to tap in, in especially in those moments of loneliness, You won't see yourself as lonely anymore. You might be alone, and technically you're not really alone, but the loneliness will start to dissipate the more that you start to tap in. And I love the fact that you are loving with boundaries. Yep. You have the resources and the power that is already within you. Thank you for sharing, Miguel. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Don't really know who. Okay. I can't read that. But, okay, moving on. All right. Moving on to client three. Let me get your timestamp ready. All right, client three. Thank you for booking with me, client three. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. I see that you have purchased 4 questions. Thank you for that, client three. Um, and you say, I met a man 3 days ago and we exchanged email and socials. I haven't dated in a couple of years. So your first question is, what are his intentions towards me? Let's find out. This one? Okay. Let's find out. All right. Okay. Client three met a man 3 days ago and they exchanged emails and socials. Client three would like to know, what are this man's intentions towards them? Oof. What's this man's? Okay, things are already starting to try to come out, yo. They really want you to know what what are this man's intentions towards client three, please. Yeah, already. Let's see. First one, client three, secret admirer. What else? Mm, what else? They coming out, client three. They coming out. Coming out. What else for client three? What is this man's intentions towards client three? Intentions of this man towards client three. Client three, I swear, they got a lot to say. At the bottom of the deck, we got let it go. First of all, let's talk about that. At the bottom of the deck, the bottom of the card, it says releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself, free your heart. Yeah. So spirit is saying that if you truly want to get back on the market, it's time to release anything that you may still hold on to, including, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, that's up to you how you want to do that. But it's about releasing and freeing your heart, however, you know, that works for you. You have to come into dating now with your heart truly open, without all the baggage from the previous relationships. Okay? So what came out here, we got like 10,000 cards that came out for you, client three. So let me get them all together. But the first one is secret admirer. We got bounce back. We have recharge. We have behind the mask. Yeah, it's a lot. Move this up. Behind the mask, clout chaser, divine timing, self-made, safe space, Ascension, rebound, breaking cycles, and love bombed. All right. So this guy, he's not the end all be all. Let me first say that. You met him 3 days ago, y'all exchanged information, cool. But just know he's not the end all be all. He is somebody who love bombs. He is somebody who is a clout chaser. So client three, I don't know if you are somebody who um I get the sense that you when you go out, you going out like you look good, smell good, you feeling good, fresh and so clean, all of that. And this person picked up on that. Um, you're somebody who can bring attention to him. You're somebody who will look good on his arm. But the only thing is that since this is a clout chaser, he'll hop, skip, and jump to anybody that one will give him attention, and two that will look good on his arm. Not only that, but going back up to bounce back, this is somebody, if you want to like go out with this person, spirit is saying it's cool. This is somebody that you'll keep around for a good time, but not a long time. So don't put your feelings in it. If you want to just hang out as have this person around as a rebound or something like that, cool. If you can handle that. But if not, then this is somebody that you need to let go. Because there are some hidden intentions with behind the mask that he is concealing. Not only is he, somebody who love bombs, there's some other things that he's not showing. He's not going to show you the real him. He's not somebody that you should be vulnerable with, and he's definitely not going to be vulnerable with you. Spirit is saying that there is some inner healing that you need to do, especially around, childhood, which also goes back to what was at the bottom of the deck with Let It Go. But as you do that, you'll start to break cycles here. You'll start to break patterns that don't serve you. And you'll start to see folks who you are that want to become suitors as either they need to be around or they don't. You won't be afraid to let go of folks. You won't be somebody who's trying to keep somebody that don't want to be kept. Because a lot of us, and I speak from experience, because I used to be one of those people who wore out their welcome because I would try to keep somebody who didn't want to be kept. So this is a chance for you to start, with new beginnings and end those cycles that bring more harm than help. And this is all happening in divine timing. We got divine timing, self-made, safe space, ascension. This is all about you, not about him. This is where you start to work or continue the work that you started. Where you recognize with self-made how far you've come. You recognize, you may not know where you're going, but you want to be fulfilled. You are somebody who has overcome a lot. You are somebody who has gained independent success on your own. And in order for you to have a safe space, you have to have that safe space with yourself. You have to be able to be vulnerable with yourself first. And when you can start to do that with releasing baggage and all the other things, client three, ascension. Okay. So that's that on that. Let's go on to your second question. And that is, will I get married in this timeline? Mm, all right, let's find out. My apologies, my nose is itching. All right. Will client three get married in this timeline? Spirit, will client three get married in this timeline? Will client three get married in this timeline? Will client three get married in this timeline? Well, first of all, we have a yes with justice. We have a yes with the Queen of Cups. And we have another yes. So short answer is yeah, absolutely. You know, justice is definitely about legal things. So yeah, you're definitely going to get married. At the bottom of the deck. Ooh, yep. You are definitely on because the chariot is is indicative words indicative of you being on the right path. You actually being in a timeline where yeah, you're going to be getting married. You're moving in the right direction for that. Behind the chariot is the two of pentacles. You have to continue to prioritize yourself though. None of that going back and forth. You know, don't argue with folks who are not on your level. Again, don't try to keep folks who, because it keeps going back. Don't try to keep people who don't want to be kept. Being around folks who want to juggle you with other folks. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Not only that, we got the Two of Wands. They're saying that you need to go out more. Go out more. I know you may have just started, but now's the time. It's time for you to go out, be seen, you know, because on the other side of that Two of Wands is the Emperor. There's your husband, client three, right here. But you got to get outside. You got to get outside and take things slowly. You know, don't be so quick to give people your trust. Don't be so quick to let people know everything about you. Take it slowly. Let things unfold organically. You know, you want to build something stable, and a lot of times, when we do this, we have to make sure that we even like that person. Because a lot of times when we're dating people, we're dating the representative. It's only as time goes by that we really get to know folks behind the representative. Yeah, with the three, Spirit is saying, like, avoid the situations where people want to juggle you and not make you a priority. Behind the Three of Cups is the devil. Because you are going to be confronted with, or you're going to come across folks who want to do it, especially if you have just come out of something, but you haven't. That person, I don't know what it was that you were in. I know you said you haven't dated for a couple of years, looking at your email, but this energy that I'm getting, it feels like that person. This person, they're gonna watch you glow up. They're gonna see you glow up, and they're gonna come back around. And but they're gonna come back around with the same old shit. They might have some elevated speech about how they changed, how they grown. You know, maybe they had a come to Jesus moment, literally or figuratively. You know, they went and got saved or something. I don't know. I don't know. But they haven't changed. They haven't changed at all. So don't let them put you in your head. But yeah, you definitely will. You definitely will. With the Six of Pentacles here, be a lot more discerning about who you're so generous to. And a lot of us, I'm one of the people who had to learn that there's a difference between receiving and taking. You know, you can still give, but your mindset when you're giving is one thing. What's the motivation behind you giving to people? Are you giving to get something in return because you would still be taking? Are you giving without expecting something back? That leaves you open to actually receive. Yeah, be more discerning about that. Okay. Going to your third question. Oh, we kind of answered that, but your question is, what spirit's advice regarding my love life? We tapped on it a little bit, but let's jump back in. Let's get some more details. Okay. Yeah, spirit. What is your advice for client 3 about their love life? What is your advice for client 3 about their love life? Advice for client 3 about their love life. What's your advice for client 3 about their love life? Which way? All right. Okay, client 3, we have the King of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, client 3, again, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Arrows. I'm hearing that you give, you put out way too much too fast, too much information, nothing sexual, you put out too much information, you put out too much trust, you put out too much too fast, and it leaves it open for people to come through and take from you. They don't really have to be strategic about it because you give it freely. And there is saying with the King of Swords here, with the King of Arrows, to start being more logical about who you are giving to with the Six of Cups. Don't be so quick to try to match somebody's energy, because you're going to encounter people who love bomb you, and it's not who they are. They're not somebody who's going to love you unconditionally. That's not what love bombing is. So spirit's like, you need to hold back more, take things slowly, and to also tap in. When you start to tap in, client 3, a lot more will be revealed to you about a person's intention. You have some psychic abilities here. You just have to cultivate them. And once you start to do that, you won't need to come and ask me questions. This is what spirit is showing me, like your this whole situation is going to awaken or start an initiation. This is the beginning of you having a completely abundant life, a fulfilled life. You just have to walk through the door. You just have to walk through that door. Behind that high priestess is the two of swords. When you tap in, it'll help you become a lot less stuck, a lot less indecisive, a lot less, I don't know what to do. Because one, you'll have, your logic as well as your intuition. Because this is you. You're somebody who takes care of everything. You're somebody who, like I said, you give more than you actually need to give. And spirit is just saying that you need to hold back. You need to hold back more. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? Especially with that devil energy that was coming through, that's going to come back around. Because you can guarantee that they're going to come back around. You can guarantee that they're going to come back around. And you, Four of Pentacles, hold all that. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? Clarifying the Six of Cups. Yes. This person is watching you with the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. That person who, they are watching you. They are awaiting you to come back outside. Because they know exactly who you are. They know exactly what you're capable of. They know exactly that you are a person who is giving all the time. But what they don't know is that you are in a space where you're ready to tap in, as you should be. Can we clarify the Four of Pentacles? Clarify the Four of Pentacles, please. Oops. There we go. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Yes, is the Tower. Yes. When you hold back, when you stop giving to whoever that devil energy is, it's going to change everything. That initiation will start like that. And that is where they are your spirit team. That's who I'm referring to as they. They are going to rebuild, destroy the foundation that doesn't serve you any longer, and rebuild a brand new foundation full of confidence, independence, discernment, intuition, all the things that you need to live a fulfilling life. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords here? Clarify the Seven of Swords. Clarifying the Seven of Swords is the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. This is somebody, they're still on this person. This is somebody that you need to stay withdrawn from. Somebody that you need to detach from emotionally and physically. This is a situation where he I'm assuming that he's a he, but I'll stop doing that. Where they ask about you, what you're up to, what you're doing. But the connection, his intentions, their intentions rather, are superficial. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck. And getting involved with them again is just going to lead to heartbreak. So, yeah, it's going to lead to heartbreak. Yeah, okay. We're going to leave that one where it is and go to your last question. Should I cultivate a relationship with my father as as an ancestor. Okay, let's find out. Should client 3 cultivate a relationship with their father as an ancestor? Should client 3 cultivate a relationship with their father as an ancestor? I'm already hearing yes, but we'll let the cards speak. We got a yes with the Ace of Wands. We have a no with the Eight of Swords. We have another no with the Eight of Cups, and then at the bottom of the deck, we got another yes. Spirit is saying that it depends on you, especially with these double eights here. We got the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Essentially, yes, but there's some things you have to realize. There's some things emotionally with the Eight of Cups that you have to let go of. There has to be with this Ace of Swords here some clarity in how you approach cultivating a relationship with him. Because as somebody who is already, you know, transitioned on, they have a different sight than when they were in body, in the meat case, you know. They can see things differently. But with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords here, this is some action that eventually you need to take. However, there's some healing that has to be done first. There's some healing that has to be done first. Spirit is saying this is something that you need to rush into at all. Yeah, because you're presenting here as the Queen of Swords, somebody who's been a lot through a lot. So I'm getting that there's a lot of trauma surrounding the relationship with your father, with your dad. And it makes sense, especially with how the overgiving was coming out here. So with this Eight of Swords and Eight of Cups, you have to get into your King of Cups energy to see that you are whole already. You don't have to be completed by somebody else, because you're already complete. And what came up in the previous readings, the previous spreads, is that there is an energy of unworthiness, an energy of like not being good enough. And maybe it's because your father didn't show up for you like he probably should have. So those things, Spirit is saying that there needs to be some healing on. Behind the King of Cups is the moon. And behind the, yep. You know, and then there is the Ace of Cups. So you have to work on those hidden things to see that you are already somebody who is whole. You are somebody who's already worthy. You don't have to be completed by anybody else. You don't have to seek outside validation. That's this right here. You don't have to seek outside validation. And when you get to that space with the Three of Cups, with the Three of Pentacles, excuse me, then start to cultivate that relationship with your father as an ancestor. With the Sun. Then with the Ten of Pentacles, start to cultivate that relationship with your father as an ancestor. because right now your mindset isn't there. Spirit is saying it'll be more harmful than helpful to start right now. Can we clarify? The Eight of Swords. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. Clarifying the Eight of Swords, please. Clarifying the Eight of Swords. Yep. Let me show you. You're stuck. Whatever happened between you and your dad has got you in a state of bondage. And in order to actually cultivate a relationship with him starting to right now while you're in this state, it'll be more harmful than helpful. Because you have to, there's some things that has to be released. And not saying that anything is your fault, because that's not what we're saying here. It just means that your heart has to be fully open to receive. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Again, they want you to tap in. Your spirit team is like, nah, tap into us. Tap into us. We'll help you with this. We'll help you with this release. We'll show you the way. We'll show you how to cultivate the relationship with yourself. But you need to tap in to your team and other benevolent ancestors who are on your team. Can we clarify the Ace of Swords here and everything that I pulled from the bottom of the deck for client 3? Yep. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Six of Wands. Listen, everything that you want is set to happen. They recognize that there are some things that you need, and you have the victory. You will have the victory, but it does require you to do some work. You can achieve all the things. It requires you to do some work. It requires you to cultivate your relationship with your angels, your higher power, the universe, whomever it is that you lean into spiritually before you tap in and cultivate a relationship with your father as an ancestor. Yeah. And when you do that, your confidence, you saw the sun, your confidence, we talking about fulfillment, we talk about all the things. They're ready. At the bottom of the deck, it's a Hierophant. Whoever it is you lean into spiritually, client 3, they're ready for you. The question is, are you ready for them? Yeah. That's it. That's what we got. Thank you, client 3, for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client 3. I hope this helps you for your highest good. All right. Let us move on. Okay. Let us move on to client 4. Let me get your timestamp ready, client 4. Hey, client 4. Hey, thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client 4. It looks like you have one question, and your question is, will me and S get back together? Let's find out. Let's find out, client 4. Will client 4 and S get back together? client 4 and S get back together? Let's see. Will client 4 and S get back together? First card, client 4, is a no. Second card is a yes. Third card is a no. Well, no is the short answer. The more extended answer is S. It got some other things going on that you don't know about. And then you're presenting as the Eight of Swords here. It's like you are stuck in a cycle with S here. This is the cycle. You know something is going on with S. You just don't know what, maybe. It makes you feel powerless. And it's like you are afraid to completely release S from your energy. At the bottom of the deck here is the Ten of Cups. That's what you want with S. But there's some, I don't like the energy of this King of Cups with the moon. Like the King of Cups is looking at the moon. The King of Cups is hiding some stuff. The King of Cups is manipulating some things. The King of Cups is somebody who gaslights. That's the energy I'm getting. And make you feel like you're happier when you're with S, when you actually feel like this in their presence. Yeah. Behind the Ten of Cups is the Five of Swords. S is some old selfish type, like sneaky ass, I want what I want when I want it type shit. S can read you like a book. And what S is doing is misrepresenting who they are. And it's understandable with the Seven of Pentacles here that you may have poured a lot into the relationship and put a lot into the relationship with S. However, Spirit is saying now it's time to take your power back. And how you do that is by withholding your energy from S. Your time, your money, withholding. It's time for you to reclaim what is yours, client 4. And this is something that is easier said than done. It's something that takes time. Spirit is saying that it's time with the Page of Pentacles for you to get to know yourself. I don't know if you and S live together or if y'all don't, but I feel I'm getting with this Page of Pentacles, you give a lot of money to S freely, which is another reason why this Four of Pentacles came out. The Four of Cups is out here too. You know exactly What to expect from S. S disappoints you more than they make you happy. And not to say that it's S's job to make you happy. However, when a person continuously rejects you and disappoints you, it is a time for introspection, and it's a time to pull your energy while doing the introspection. I'm going to clarify all three of these and what I pulled from the bottom of the deck here. I hate to be the bearer of unfortunate news. However, I'm grateful that Spirit is using me to give you a little more insight to hopefully empower yourself. Let me clarify the Eight of Swords. To clarify, the Eight of Swords is the Three of Pentacles, and it came out sideways. There's a lot of, like, it says bickering. There's a lot of bickering, a lot of fussing and fighting. And like I said, it gives more of that gaslighting type things where you're being told that what you feel and what you intuitively is some BS. Clarifying the King of Cups here. Clarifying the King of Cups is the Eight of Wands. S has moved on. S did not waste any time. And client 4, I hate to have to tell you that, but S is on to other things. On to the next. No grass grew under S's feet. And you'll find out soon enough. Can we clarify the moon? Clarifying the moon is a tower. When you find out, because you will find out, it's going to be hard. And you're going to find out really soon, because the Eight of Wands and the Tower are two cards of sudden change. Yeah. But just know, although this is going to be or is a very hurtful situation, this is something in order to happening to build something new, to create something new in you, to see who you are, client 4, and empower yourself. Because whatever S got going on here, you're better than that. You're worth more than whatever S can bring to your door. And I feel like once it does become, once it does get confirmed, what S has going on, once you feel the feelings, it's going to be a radical change in you. Clarifying the Ten of Cups and everything from the bottom of the deck. Yep. Ten of Pentacles. You'll have all that stuff. You'll have the legacy. You'll have fulfillment. Shoot, with this Ten of Pentacles out here, client 4, you about to have more money in your life. Because like I said earlier, you've been giving too much money to S. You like just hand it out willy-nilly. But you'll see you'll actually be able to save some money. You'll actually be able to do some things for yourself. On the other side of this, you will see the fulfillment. You will see the foundation of stability. You will see more coming to you. You'll actually be able to see how there may be people around you who have been very supportive, but they were being blocked by S's energy. This could be family that are blood related, they could be friends that are chosen family. Because I'm getting that this person, their presence, there's certain people that folks don't want to be around. They may love you, but the partner's energy is like, we'll let them do what they do. And then when they're ready, talking about you, when you're ready to come back and be supported by us and be loved upon by us, once you get this person out, like, we'll be right here waiting on you. They're holding space for you. They're holding space for you. So don't think that you're alone. They're holding space for you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't I tell you? Bottom of the deck. Some things about to come out. It's about to come out. That's the moon in reverse. It's about you about to find out some things. That's it. That is it. Thank you for booking with me, client 4. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. I hope this helps, and I hope it helped you for your highest good. Until next time. Thank you, client 4. All right. We're moving on to client 5. Moving on to client 5. Let me get your timestamp ready. All right. All right. Hey, client 5. Hey. Thank you for booking with me, client 5. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. It looks like you have one question, and your email said, I've been feeling stressed out about work. I love the work itself, but not where I work. I'm not sure this is what I want to do long term. What does my ancestors say I should be doing? Let's see. Okay. Let's tap in to client 5's ancestors, benevolent ancestors of client 5. Client 5 needs your direction on what they should be doing. Tapping into the benevolent ancestors of client 5 for direction on what client 5 should be doing regarding their work situation and career. There's the Queen of Cups here. We have the Hanged Warden, animals. And we have the Magician. Move it out of the way. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, client 5. I'm getting that you are a very empathetic person with the Ace of Cups here. And with the Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck too. At the bottom of the deck. On deck. Because again, we have the Queen of Cups, the Hanged Warden, and the Magician. Have you thought with the Ace of Cups, have you thought about like being a mental health professional? Or being a coach of some kind, whether it is, a life coach, a spiritual, because we have cups out here, multiple cups, but the Hanged Warden is somebody who observes. They pay attention, and then not only that, but they they have a different perspective. And with the magician here, you're somebody who can help people not just with getting what they need, but manifesting things and get into a place of healing. So I don't know if you are into spiritual work, but also if you are not, being a life coach or a therapist of some kind, working in mental health is what's coming out. Yeah, what's behind the Ace of Cups is the Three of Cups. There's a lot of cups around here, and behind that is the Sun. Exposing those things to folks, where there may need to be some shadow work that needs to be done. You don't have to be a therapist to do that. You don't have to go to school for 6 or 7 years. You can help people find their way with being a coach of some sort. And it takes less time. And not only that, there are certain parameters with therapists that they aren't able to do that coaches can. Coaches can just come out directly for the most part. And I'll preface that with saying, depending on where you are in the world when it comes to, because when you're licensed, there's rules and regulations about shit. But yeah, they're saying that you do well as a coach. You do well as um, a spiritual healer. Yeah, because they've given you a gift with the Six of Cups here. That's an ancestral card for me. Yeah, you didn't really tell me what you do right now for work, but they are saying that your whole life will shift if you go into something that it involves healing, emotional healing. Can we clarify the hanged one, hanged warden? Clarify the hanged warden. Yeah. Clarifying the hanged one is the Page of Cups, another cup, and the Eight of Pentacles. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors are like, yeah, you need to go into healing work. You need to be perfecting this. It may require you, of course, to go and um, get some kind of education, whether it's a certification to be a coach, or if you want to do the therapy thing, let me tell you, a lot of people sleep on, social workers, mental health professionals. I'm just saying, go to school for like 10,000 years to be a social worker, unlike, a psychologist or something like that. But also, if you do decide to do tap into spirituality and do healing work around that, either way, you have to get education. Either way, you have to learn how to um, perfect your craft, and you need to be disciplined in doing it, consistent. If you're going to get into it, if you're serious about this, you have their support. Clarifying the magician. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Clarify. Didn't I tell you? Persistence. You have to be persistent and consistent. But also, this will bring increase in your life. It's something that is practical, it's something that is needed, regardless of which one you choose. You will always have work. Always. And if you do decide to do the coaching, you know what, really, regardless, you will be able with this Knight of Pentacles here, you can charge your own worth. You can charge your own worth. Can we clarify the Ace of Cups and what I pulled from the back of the deck, bottom of the deck? Yeah. We have the Three of Swords to clarify the Ace of Cups. This is um this is about you walking away from, I don't know, any misconceptions that you have about where you thought you'd be right now, or where you think you should be. And take it for somebody who has changed careers multiple times on purpose. Society has taught us, especially if you live here in the United States, that you should pick something and stick with it. No, that ain't how that works. You you don't have to stick with things that don't serve you any longer. You don't have to stick with things that don't fulfill you any longer. And it feels like, with even with your question, you're in an unfulfilled place. And now you can change it up, but you just have to be ready to make that shift. They want to place you, your ancestors, your benevolent ancestors want to place you in a space of receiving. And that's what the Empress is. I don't know what your biological sex is or your gender identity, but it doesn't matter, because the Empress is somebody who constantly and is steadily and consistently in a space of receiving. They are in a space of prosperity, ongoing prosperity, ongoing abundance. And that is where they want to put you. That is where the path will take you. Because right now, you are, with this, you're in an unfulfilled space. And they're saying, if you're really ready to make that change, if you really do some old Michael Jackson shit and look at the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror, and you ready to work into something that is fulfilling and that doesn't feel like work, you got to be consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to be ready to master it, because they're ready for you to do it. Yeah. Now they want me to pull some. Where is it? Isn't it? No. Got it. They want me to pull some money oracles, since we're talking about career, on if you decide to pursue this career of coaching. If client 5 decides to pursue this career of either coaching, therapy, whatever their benevolent ancestors just mentioned, could you show us how or what their finances, the financial outcome will look like for them? Calling on the benevolent ancestors of client 5, please show us what client 5's financial outcome will look like in pursuing your suggested or recommended. We got coins, we got award, we got tower. Just in case, coins, award, and tower. Let me read what's at the bottom of these cards for you. Client 5, since you're asking, coin says money coming in, wealth, good investment. Award says winning money, pay off for effort, but you got to put in the effort. Recognition. Tower says earning power, building business, sound decision. Listen, your benevolent ancestors are giving you a key with this. You just have to make a choice. They have given you options. They were like, look, you can do the therapy thing if you want to go to school for like a couple of years. Do it. Have at it. There's earning power. They're the things. You can do your own business. If you want to be a coach, spiritual, life, emotional, there's coaches for all the things out there now. Pick one. Do it. If you they just want you to be in a space where you're helping people heal emotionally. If you want to do spiritual work, they're like, do it. Coins, award, tower. Do it. You have options. You just have to put in the effort and be consistent. Yes, very good question. Very good question. So glad you asked. I hope you follow through. Because it seems like right now, even though things are not fulfilling, you may be in a space that there's more, you know, money conflicts than anything. But if you want to be in that space of abundance, you take the key that your benevolent ancestors gave you and you open up the door. But again, it's your choice. I hope this helps. And I hope it helps you for your highest good, client 5. I'm excited for you. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. And I hope this helps. All right. Let me see. Haven't checked if we have any new clients. All right. And while I'm getting things together for the next client here. Okay, no new clients. Just as a reminder to everybody, I will send you your timestamp as well as a link to this this live so you can reference this in the future. Okay. So, moving on to client 6. And get your timestamp going here. Hey, client 6. Hey, thank you for trusting me with your energy. Thank you for booking with me. You have one question. And your question is, when will me and him get back together? Okay. Let's find out. Where is it? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's find out. When will client 6 and the person that they're asking about get back together? When will client 6 and the person they're asking about get back together? When will client 6 and the person they're asking about get back together? Ooh, we got the next full moon. So very soon. Very soon. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, they're doubling down. Spirit is doubling down, saying next month. Yeah. Let me pull. Let's tap in. This one? No. This one. Let's see what the energy is surrounding Your relationship with this person. What's the energy surrounding client 6? Okay. They want me to ask, what are his thoughts towards you, client 6? What are his thoughts towards client 6? What are his thoughts towards client 6? What are his thoughts towards client 6? That safe space that came out. Anything else? Mm. I don't know if I like this client 6. I don't know if I like it. What else? That one. If I like it. Anything else? Nope. Okay. All right, client 6. Let's see what we got. Safe space came out. But what also came out is deep fake. False alarm. Wake up call. Put it here. Okay. Divine timing. Behind the mask. Friend zone. And retirement goals. Okay. At the bottom of the deck here, influencer status. Under influencer status, it says social recognition, online fame, power of influence, swipe up. This person, whoever he is, he has a lot of influence over you. I don't think your folks like it. I know I don't like it. Because what's out here again is safe space, deep fate, false alarm, wake up call. This person is still on some representative type shit. And your spirit team wants you to see what's really going on. Under false alarm, it says exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. This person, with the influence that they have over you, they overreact to little stuff and make you feel inadequate. They convince you of the lies that they tell. They gaslight the sheer shit out of you, like for real. And although this person is coming back, this is somebody that your spirit team is saying, like, they're not coming back with true intentions, with behind the mask. They're not coming back with true intentions. They don't even, like, with friend zone, this person, I don't even know if they have romantic feelings towards you. They're just somebody that you are just somebody who will take care of them. As, I don't know how old y'all are, but you're somebody who they can see themselves being with because you take care of them with retirement goals as you get older. That's why they would keep you around. This one or this one? Can we clarify deep fake and behind the mask? Clarifying deep fake and behind the mask. Clarifying and behind the mask. Clarifying deep fake and behind the mask. Yes. The Seven of Cups. This person is full of shit because they are painting an illusion. Everything that they tell you is a lie. Everything. Everything. And they're hoping you just lap it up. Just lap it up. Can we clarify friend zone? Clarifying friend zone. Page of Cups. They have some feelings for you, client says, but it's nothing, um the passion. Like I'm not gonna say they don't love you. They love you in their way. I'll say that. They love you in their way. Nah, I ain't gonna say that shit. They have a twisted ass way of loving on you that does not serve you. We'll call this love. It's not even real love. And they're going to come back to you with an apology. So, we've already established when they're coming back around, but it's really so you can just continue to take care of them. You're somebody who does everything for them, most likely. They see what retirement goes, the long term. This is the long game for them. This is the long game. You're somebody who will, make them soup and shit when they're sick. And if they were to catch something, you'll still like take care of them and take them to the doctors and stuff. And yes, I said that on purpose. If they catch something. And I ain't talking about the flu. I'm not talking about a cold. Unless we can call, getting a cold on the wand or something like that, or you know, yeah. Can we clarify divine timing? Clarify divine timing. Clarify divine timing. Ooh, divine timing is being clarified by strength. You are more you are more resilient and strong than you think. You do not need this person in your life. They benefit from you, which is why you are the retirement goal. They benefit from you. You are somebody who has the abundance. You have the capacity to love. You have the capability of loving. But you also have to empower yourself. You have to see the gift that you are to the world and not allow somebody to come in and piss on your leg and tell you it's raining. Rain ain't yellow, boo. You are so strong. Yeah. Oh, bottom of the deck. Three of Cups. They got you caught up in some old shiggity. They do. With the Three of Cups here. They got you. Everything is entangled. This is a real entanglement. And I don't see it stopping. Like, yeah, this person is coming back next full moon, next month. But this person, they bring all their entangled baggage with them. All that entangled bullshit. Okay. Okay. want me to get some advice here. Let's see. I got the book because I don't know these cards by heart. All right. What's the advice, please, from client 6's spirit team? Advice from client 6's spirit team. Advice. Ooh. Let's see. What came out is opium poppy. Share your light. Share your light. The number 21 might be significant to you. Let me see. What's it, 27? Nope, went too far. Went too far again. All right, opium poppy. Share your light. We'll go to the antidote. Unbeknownst to them, and due to the amnesia we all endure as a part of our human experience, opium poppy has incarnated on earth with a sacred mission. Their soul is from the stars, and their purpose is to raise the energy of the planet, which they do by interacting with others and sharing their light. They must learn to be more generous and learn to be more generous with their time and energy. The main thing for them to remember is before they go to sleep at night, they should release any energy that isn't theirs with deep outward breaths and call their own light energy back to them after each inward breath. In this way, they will remain balanced. The Your spirit guides are saying that you are the light. You are a light, and you are. And that you need to share it with the world. However, you need to share it with yourself first. Don't share it with people who are ungrateful, who are out here just to suck your energy and use you. Your light was meant to heal, meant to help. But first, it starts with you. Before you go to sleep at night, you should release any energy that isn't yours. Release any energy. Release any energy that isn't yours. You were meant for many things. And sharing your light is just the beginning. Sharing your light is just the beginning. But first, you have to share your light with you. This person dims your light. They dim your light with their lies. They dim your light when they put you in third party situations. They dim your light when all they see you as is somebody who can take care of them when they get old, get sick, because you'll put up with their bullshit. Your spirit team is saying it's time. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to wake up. And I know I've answered a little more than than what you asked, but I was being led by your spirit team. And so, yeah. I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I'm grateful that your spirit team trusted me to share that with you. And at the end of the day, client 6, it's your choice. I hope you choose yourself. But if you don't, we'll leave space for you. We'll hold space for you. I'll place a judgment. I'm judging this asshole, but I won't judge you. Like, fuck this motherfucker, but you alright with me. I hope this helps Client 6, and I hope it helps you for your highest good. Until next time. All right, we're on our last client, y'all. Last client on deck. Okay, let's see. Let me get your timestamp going here, Client 7. All right. Hey, Client 7. Hey, looks like you have one question, and you said in your question, I have a desire to do more with my life because I'm feeling unfulfilled, but I don't know what to do. Where does my spirit team say I should start to live a more fulfilled life? I like that question. I like it a lot. All right. Okay. All right. Client 7 spirit team, benevolent spirit team. They are living, feeling unfulfilled in their life, and they want to know where to start. Where should Client 7 start to live a more fulfilled life? Where should Client 7 start to live a more fulfilled life? All right. So, Client 7, what came out here is the King of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Cups. That, interestingly enough, the number 88 might be important to you, and you may want to look that up. But you're going to have to leave some shit. Like emotionally detach and walk away with the 8 of Cups here. And it has everything to do with whoever this King of Wands energy is. Let me check the bottom of the at the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about fulfillment, legacy. It's the family, one of my family cards. And this is so in either you or you're very well established. I don't know if you inherited, you know, some things, but that's what I'm being shown. Behind the 10 of Pentacles is the 6 of Wands. And you, there's some things that you have really overcome. You've done a lot here to get where you are, a lot of work. Your spirit team wants to recognize that, first of all, with the 6 of Wands. And maybe you don't see it yourself. Maybe you're somebody who downplays um, what you've been through, what you've accomplished, but you are an accomplished person. And with the star here, you are somebody who um, has done a lot of work. Not only that, but you've done a lot of work to get where you are. So you may have inherited some things, but a lot of the things that you've gotten to get to where you are, you did it. And it feels like you are with this this star here, you're on your healing journey, and it's been very stressful, which is exactly why you're asking the question that you're asking. And it keeps you up at night. This King of Wands energy is like a moth to your flame. This is somebody who, with the Four of Swords, who have really like went, I don't know if this is like a spouse or a partner, but they've gone cold on you for real. So where everything starts is in this relationship. In this relationship, behind this Four of Wands, wands, not wands, looking at the Seven of Wands, behind this Four of Swords here is the Seven of Wands. In this relationship, you don't take up for yourself. You don't have boundaries. You allow whoever this King of Wands is uh, to really run amok, do what they want to, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. And it's one thing to be like, I don't know if I'm getting like a traditional energy of the relationship, like head of household type energy. It's one thing to be the head of household, and it's another to be a tyrant. I'm getting tyranny in their energy. Yeah, Three of Swords. This is somebody who has broken your heart and disappointed you so many times, belittling you, making you feel like you're worthless, like you're not enough. Although, like I said, you are somebody who is accomplished, very accomplished, and you're a hard worker and you've put in a lot into this relationship with them. But what this relationship lacks is any kind of balance. It lacks any kind of like temperance or healing. Um, because this person doesn't even pour into you. This person, like I said, they demean you and try to diminish you, and you're a star. They don't even see what they have because they are somebody that's full of ego. They King of Wands. Yeah, they don't see what they have with the Four of Cups here. They don't even recognize what they have. Can we clarify the Eight of Pentacles here? The client seven. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, even though your spirit team, it's like, even though you've put in a lot of work, Pentacles here is, this is one thing that you have to walk away from. That's where you start. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. Yep. It's time to prioritize yourself. Finding that balance, finding that fulfillment, it starts with you. Because this person, whoever this King of Wands is for you, um, they don't prioritize you. You're somebody that they kind of like, I might give client seven some time today. I might not. Today is a not day. Like, clarifying the Eight of Cups. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. In order to gaining that fulfillment that you want, you have to walk towards the fulfillment. You have to walk towards it. You have to leave this situation and go towards yourself. Connect with your spirit team or whoever, guides you spiritually. The new relationship, the fulfilling relationship, starts with you. That's where you start, because your cup is not, it's not anything that's on fumes, but you've given so much in this situation that you're almost there, but you're supposed to be in overflow. Client 7, your cup is supposed to be running over. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles and everything from the bottom of the deck. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, please. And everything from the bottom of the deck. We got the Page of Swords. And it came out sideways. This is something that needs to start now. Soon. It doesn't mean that, you get your shit and get out like right now, but starting to pour into yourself, being curious about what you want, because the Page of Swords is somebody who is nosy. They are curious. They want to learn. They want to explore. And this is about doing all those things, but for yourself. Doing all those things towards yourself, as well as communicating to this King of Wands and to others that, you know what, I'm not giving my energy, time, money to people who are undeserving, to people who are ungrateful. I'm not giving it to tyrants. Because the page is like a child. Children, they say what's on their mind regardless of who's around. And of course, I'm saying, do it in your way. You don't have to be disrespectful, but you definitely have to mean what you say and say what you mean. Yeah. Else about where client 7 needs to start. Mm-hmm. The Sun. Five of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Move that. Move that. And at the bottom of the deck, again, the Four of Cups, different deck, same meaning. This person, well, one, you're completely dissatisfied, not just with your life, with this relationship. Your spirit team is like definitely identifying that and establishing that. But this person doesn't recognize the blessing that you've been in their life at all. At all. The Sun, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. You know, the the interesting thing is that these two abundant cards, the Sun and the King of Pentacles, surround the Five of Pentacles. What's getting in your way of fulfillment, stability, and being around people who support you, as well as maybe even some level of financial increase, um, is somebody who has a lack mindset. Those people who feel that they have to be tyrants and take from people and be like extra and demean others, is because they have lack in them. And this person is not going to recognize the blessing that you are because they are stuck in their lack mindset. It's sad when you have to demean somebody else to make you feel better, make yourself feel better. They're not going to recognize that. So your fulfillment, your contentment, your joy is surrounding this space where you feel so alone, where you feel alienated. And it's a reflection of your interaction with this person. It's a reflection of your relationship with this person. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. That's what I'm hearing. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells in your own home. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Listen, they're telling you again, it came out with the Seven of Wands, and now it's out here with the Nine of Wands. One, you are resilient. You are strong. You are somebody who endures a lot of things. But now they're saying you need to take up for yourself. You need to set some boundaries. Boundaries is where you start. Filling filling your cup is where you start. And it starts with the boundaries. That gives you space to prioritize yourself. Because when you put up these boundaries, you're separating yourself from all the bullshit that people are trying to project upon you, or, the people who should not be in your energy in the first place. Clarifying the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Clarifying the King of Pentacles is the Five of Swords. You have to look at your stability and your peace as the priceless gems that they are, and keep them. Maintain your stability and your peace by any means necessary. That is legal. This is about your self interest now. This is about putting yourself first. Yep. Because wherever being in what you're in right now, it's going to continue to lead you and put you in heartbreak. Yeah, that's it. That's what we got, Client 7. I hope this helps. And I hope it helps you for your highest good, Client 7. Thank you for booking with me again and trusting me with your energy. Until next time. Hey, Juanita. Juanita Warmington. Hey there. We're just finishing up. Hey, thank you for dropping in and bringing your energy. How are you feeling tonight, Juanita? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for coming through. I hope your Tuesday is going well. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And to everybody who is in the chat, same to all of you. Thank you for bringing your energy, your good energy. And I hope that y'all got some gems, you know. Even though you may not have participated, thank you. Blessings to you as well. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for bringing your energy. You know, I love company. I love company. This is like sitting on the front porch and just watching folks drive by. I appreciate y'all. And for the folks who did participate, again, I will send you all your timestamps and a link to this YouTube so you can have it to reference for the future, and for everybody who would like to participate in the future, the directions to do so are in the description box. But until next time, next Tuesday. Oh, wait, I am going live again Thursday reading, just to give y'all a heads up before I go. Um, I cannot remember what I'm doing it on, but I'll post the live early just so y'all can see what we're going to be talking about during the all signs reading. But yeah, thank you all for coming through. Thank you for participating, and thank you for lending your energy. Y'all have a good night or morning wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you soon. Bye.